Good morning, pupils. Today's lesson is about mapping advertising, consumers, and safety. This is simply unit 3 in third year program. We have three components, and of course, what you see on the screen is simply mapping, mind mapping. You see, mind mapping as we've seen it in Unit 1 and Unit 2. It is a general view. You go over the unit. You take the essential elements or the essential components that could be used or could be found simply in any back paper, in the text in any back paper. And of course, you understand what is the objective behind studying this unit. The three components are the following. We have advertising, which is publicizing. Advertisement is publicity. It is simply to let any product be known by the consumer. Who are consumers or who is the consumer? Simply the consumer is you and I and people who are consuming, people who are purchasing, people who are buying, using money to buy any article or any product in the market. Safety, here we talk about safety is a noun, talk about safe food, safe products, and here we think mainly about food safety and we think mainly about the ISO, the International Standardization Organization. We think about standards, you see, these standards are generally international norms that help us get a good product that simply can be exported overseas. Now, back to the three components. Let's start with the first one. We have here, of course, consumers. You see, the consumer, when we think about the consumer, we think about advertising, publicizing any product to let it be known so that this consumer becomes consumes it and purchases or buys it. And of course, so here we spend money to get it. Influence now. My question is, now here we are dealing with influence, and influence here is simply the question that is asked is that what is the relationship or why or how do we get influenced by advertising? Of course, here generally we get through different, maybe millions and millions of advertising, publicity, according to what, or through what, or via what, via billboards outside, magazines, TV and radio, net, and of course, all these are controlled by ads or advertising agencies or advertisement agencies. Of course, what do we advertise? We advertise brands. You will simply ask me a question, madam, what is a brand? A brand is like Nike. Shoes, Nike is a brand. Chanel is a brand. Paco Rabanne is a brand, and so on and so forth. Now, back to the vocabulary extension, we have discount. A discount, it is when you reduce the prices, maybe 10%, 20%. It happens generally at the end of any season to get new products. Promotion, to promote any product, it is also to let it be known, so to inform people that there is a product which is sold in X, Y or Z market, so that the consumers go and buy it. Consumption now. You have consumers and consumption, sorry. So here consumers are the people who consume. So we are doing what here? We are playing and dealing with morphology. In this table, or this table you will meet it in the back exam, they will simply ask you complete the table as shown in the chart or follow the example, or Here, you are given an example and you will follow it. What will you do? You have three columns. You have verb, noun, and adjective. To consume, consumers, or consumption. These two are nouns, you see, and the adjective is consuming. Competition now, you see, compete, to compete. Competition, we know it. In any field, there is competition, and here, people they compete so as to be the best or so as to produce really the best product. This is competition. Of course, we have fair competition and we have unfair competition. Here also, we may use the same method. The verb is to compete. Here we have competition, which is the noun. The verb is competitive. We have finished with these first part. Now, back to advertising. We have design, you see, so there is a design, and these are ads agencies. They design any advertisement or advertising. So here generally what do? We give it a shape, we give it colors, we give it form, we give it. So here we are dealing with ideas, and we put into practice these ideas to obtain a design. Now, we were talking about safety. Safety now, something that is safe. Something that is safe. Here it means healthy. Here, especially healthy, we are talking about something which is really, we are dealing with health and something healthy, and we are dealing with food safety. We are dealing with food safety. We were talking about standards. Standards are simply international norms or international standards. You see that we follow to get a good product so that it could be exported and accepted elsewhere or overseas. Now, we deal with food now here. Since all the products are advertised here, we are dealing with food simply because lifestyles have totally changed comparing the past. And when generally we think about the past, in the past, food consumed by people or consumed by consumers, you see, taken by consumers was simply traditional, it was healthy, safe food, and a homemade food. And these three characteristics, they simply describe an adequate nutrition. When we say adequate nutrition, it means a good and well balanced nutrition between vegetables, fruit, meat, cheese, and so on and so forth. Here, the body or our body gets, of course, an energy balance. Of course, the energy balance, when we talk about energy balance, it's not only a matter of food, but here we have a balance between food and the exercise, food and the activity. When you exercise or you practice sport here, you create an energy, simply an energy balance. This is what we call energy balance. Now, we were talking about lifestyles that totally changed. So, our food today is no more traditional, healthy, and homemade. It is rather, we rush all the time flies, we are running here and there, and we have no time to sit in an armchair safely and consume what or get adequate nutrition. On the opposite, we are consuming fast food or junk food. Now, junk food is represented by what? Is represented by pizza, burger, chips, what else? Sweets, cakes, shawarma, and so on and so forth. Here, all this is junk food. So we have become simply junkitarian, and all this food is junk food, or here we are consuming junkies. Now my question is, since lifestyles have totally changed here, we have different probabilities of having something that maybe will just disappear or something that will remain. we will see this later on in the following videos, but we stick to junk food now. This junk food, what are the characteristics of this fast food or these junkies, this junk food? They are full of colorants, preservatives for the conservation, fatty, it's full of fat, you see, sugar, salt, flavorings. They are tasty. We enjoy ourselves eating them. Yum, 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 yum. So that's why we feel really happy consuming burger, shawarma, pizza, chips, and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, now my question is to you, do you think they are healthy? Sorry, I didn't hear your answer. Surely no, they are not healthy. All these colorants, preservatives, flavorings, you see, they are chemicals, and when introduced in any food or in any meal here, they create what? There will be maybe a problem. We have bad consequences on health. Now, we try to see now what are these effects or what are the effects on health. We have obesity, you see, or overweight. Overweight simply. When we consume a lot of salt, a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, for sure that simply, you see, here our food or yeah, our nutrition is inadequate. We said we have seen adequate, now it is inadequate. Food, we get poisoned by decaying food, rotten food, leftovers sometimes. We develop allergies, and a lot of people they suffer from allergies today. And pregnant moms, they give birth to babies who are hyperactive. Babies who are hyperactive. Of course, also all these allergies, you see, obesity and food poisoning, they simply lead to different illnesses. You see, a lot of fat, we may develop what? Cholesterol. We develop diabetes 1 and 2. So here it depends on the body and the reaction of our bodies, but still we are talking about bad effects of this junk food. Now, shall we keep silent? Shall we keep silent generally here? Now, all this, why do we study all this? We study all this generally because at the beginning we talked about the influence. Now, my question is the influence, or do we get influenced positively by advertising, publicity? Do we get influenced positively or negatively? 80% or 85, if not 90%, we get influenced negatively. We purchase, and maybe, if not all the time, there is a total dissatisfaction. How many of you have bought a smartphone and they were dissatisfied, they were disappointed because they didn't find what was advertised? You see, how many of you have booked a room in a hotel and they were promised really a lot of things, and that they didn't find one once in these hotels, you see, especially when you travel from one place to the other, from one country to the other, from one city to the other. You buy a laptop, you were waiting for really what memory, type of memory, and of course we have here plenty of options that we are interested in while buying any product that we don't find after taking it. Now, since there is a total dissatisfaction now, what could happen? Simply, I need to do what? I need to say it loud and wise, formally, so I couldn't keep silent. And here we join unit 2, ethics in business, where we say that we should stop shrugging shoulders at abuse, we should stop shrugging shoulders at bureaucratic abuse, we should stop shrugging shoulders, and or we should simply stop this don't care attitude. We say it loud and wise, formally, so I don't keep silent. I need to complain. I need to make amends, and that's why I write a complaint letter. Now you will have here the format. It's not really here. You have simply an idea. We will see, of course, the real format with the different examples. We will study it in the following videos. I start that way. I'm writing to complain. These are key components or keywords which help us show the writer or show the one who will correct my exam paper, my back paper, that I know what I'm doing, that I know what I'm writing. You see why? Because we have seen in the first year, I'm writing to apply for a job. I'm writing to do what? To complain. I'm writing to there are plenty of letters, and here the first the first sentence leads really the reader or the one who will read your letter to understand that what you are writing or what will follow and why you wrote your letter. So here I'm writing to complain. So for sure that the teacher will understand that there is a total dissatisfaction. You are dissatisfied, you are shocked, you are disappointed, you are unhappy. Now I must point out here that the article X, Y, or Z article purchased in a drug store or in a store, for instance, you precise the date, you precise the the uh, the address from where you bought it. Then I was shocked, disappointed, and happy because I didn't find what I expected. And now I would be grateful if you dealt with the matter seriously, look for solutions, and so on and so forth. I hope to hear from you as soon as possible, and I look forward to hearing from you. This is how you should finish your letter. Now here, it's simply an idea. We will see it in details in the next videos. By this, I hope you enjoyed my trip. No, my virtual visit to Unit 3 for scientific streams. You see, for troisième scientific streams. And we will meet in the following videos. Till now, I will tell you goodbye and best of luck.